Hi YouTube, it's Kara, Crafty Kara here. This will be, I promise, a really quick video. This will be more of a life status. Sorry, I have to get comfortable here. Because I haven't posted videos lately. In fact, the video that you should have just seen is a video that came from like an early birthday haul kind of thing, which was like, oh goodness, around the 10th of November, something like that. It was around Veterans Day weekend. And, you know, here it is, what, the 5th of December? I mean, holy cow. I am so out of touch. So let me just give you a quick explanation why you're seeing that video so late. First of all, I'm a very busy woman with 3 children. Second of all, I work retail, so I was doing a lot of training for new cashiers at my job to get them ready for our after Thanksgiving Day sale event. Or should I say after Thanksgiving dinner sale event, because we were one of those few stores that opened on Christmas Eve, or not Christmas Eve, on Thanksgiving night. So luckily I didn't have to be there, but others did, so I felt for them, but it went smooth, so that's fabulous. Anyways, that's what, excuse number 2. Shortly after, shortly after my birthday, my son became ill over the weekend of November. That would have been the 15th, 16th, something like that. Wasn't too terribly ill, however, just enough where you know, you have to attend to him. So poor thing. Became fine on Sunday. When I sent him to school on Monday, I went downhill, and I went downhill fast. I started off with a little soreness in my throat. It got worse throughout the day. I had an eye appointment. I had several errands to run. I needed to return some things that I had bought during the birthday haul. And I said, I'm going to make it through this. And it was really cold that day. So I really thought the chills that I had was from the cold. However, it wasn't. So I came home. Luckily, my 2-year-old was ready to take a nap. And then I laid down and I shivered for 2 hours before I had to go get my children from school. And somehow hardly made it through that. Luckily, they only go to school a couple miles away. Anyways, picked them up and realized I just didn't want to go back out. So I had called my mother to go pick up my husband because he doesn't drive. Hold on just a moment. I apologize. Sorry about that. It was a just a little alarm that I need to pay attention to. But anyways, I'm trying to think where I was. Oh, after I picked up my kids from school, I knew I couldn't pick up my husband. Asked my mom to do it. She did. She knew that I wasn't feeling good after she talked to me. Found out that I was too ill to stitch. Big sign that I'm sick. So luckily my parents really live in close proximity of my house and my husband's work, and she brought him home for me. And I broke a fever. Thought I could get better after I broke a fever. It got worse. The infection went to my throat, and I have huge tonsils, so once the infection goes to my throat, I'm done. I know it's not going to go anywhere else. I really thought I could take care of it. I tried one more day. I had a call off Monday, called off Wednesday, and decided if I call off Wednesday, I have to go see somebody. So I went to an urgent care center, and they said that I had strep throat. Yay! So they gave me some antibiotics, and hopefully I can get cleared up with that. And within 2 days, I was feeling much better with the antibiotics. And then on the weekend, oh goodness, whatever weekend that was, like the 20th, 1st, and 22nd, something goofy like that, I developed severe migraines. And I don't know how I made it through work on Saturday, but I did. Because even people could tell that I was affected. Like if I moved my head too quick, then the earth caught up with me. but I made it through. However, it got progressively worse overnight. That Sunday morning, whatever Sunday that was. See, I took the calendar down. I should know. And not that you guys need to know dates. It just helps me if I know what I'm talking about, because I'm lucky if I do, honestly. The 24th. I had called my father at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, they live really close, so he came and got me, took me to the hospital, because there was no way that I couldn't even sleep. I tossed and turned, and every time I moved, I felt like somebody was stepping on my head. They, I think, diagnosed me with like acute sinusitis or whatever that's called. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Because it was mostly here, he said. So they fixed me up really good. Poked me once where I had a really ugly bruise, but you know, I told them I don't care. Fix me. Fix me. They said because of all the drugs they gave me, I couldn't go to work that day. So I had to call work and tell them I couldn't come to work. So that's like the 3rd day I've missed work in a week. Was really upset about that because I just don't like missing work. And then on Monday, I thought I'd feel better. It wasn't good enough. Every time I was actually cashier that night because I liked some variety. But every time that I would go from talking to the customer and then going to the computer screen, as I turned my head, like I said, the earth wasn't on the same pace as I was. So it really made it hard not to get nauseated. So they let me come home, thankfully. And then the next day, I felt so much better. And that was Thanksgiving week. So they were thankful that I was ready to come back to work. And I was thankful because it's Black Friday weekend. And Thanksgiving, you know, first of all, I wanted to make it through Thanksgiving. You know, it's family. Family comes first. But made it through that. And then was it just Wednesday? This Wednesday, I'm at work, and I'll be honest, I've neglected a couple of my antibiotics because with all the migraines and stuff like that, I kind of got off track because I felt like I was taking too much medicine at once. Because I typically don't take medicine. I take it only if I have to. That I thought, okay, my throat's starting to get a little tender. I'm going to have to go home, straight home, take antibiotics, and like just get back on rounds with that. Didn't work. I came home, took some antibiotics, got up, that felt worse, felt larger, and it was all on one side. Took some more antibiotics. I even took one pain pill that they had prescribed me just to ease, I think, some of the tension that maybe my body was holding with that, and maybe if I relaxed, it would relax a little bit. That was my thought. All it did was put me to sleep. Luckily, my 2-year-old fell asleep with me. So then I had taken some more, and it just got worse to the point where I couldn't clamp my teeth down all the way. And I'm sorry if this bugs somebody, so you can skip this part. But I'll try not to be too graphic. But I thought, I really need to go work. If it's just this, I can go to work, right? I picked my husband up from work. He said, no, you're going to an urgent care center, and yeah, you're not going to work. So we ended up going to an urgent care center after we dropped our children off with the in-laws. And they wouldn't even touch me. I mean, it's sad, but it's so funny that when they heard me talk, which I really sounded like, sorry, I had to look at the time. I'm awful with time. It really sounded like I had a lot of dental work, or I had described it as if I have had a stroke, because it was incredibly hard to talk. There was a lot of syllables that I couldn't say because of how swollen it was. But they wouldn't even put a tongue. Did they put a tongue depressor in my mouth? Yeah, he did. There was one other time that doctors wouldn't put a tongue depressor in my mouth because they knew how sick I was. But he said, no, you need to go straight to the ER. I was like, okay. So we leave, go to the ER, and I am there from 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. until 12:45 a.m. the next day. I'm not complaining too much. They really did take care of me, but they had to take care of certain things in order. It's just not what you plan on doing or spending your entire night in an ER. My husband went with me. My dad ended up showing up because after they gave me pain medication, I wasn't going to be able to drive. But because of an acute infection, not acute infection, acute infection, that especially being the second one within just a few weeks, they referred me to an ENT doctor, or an ears, nose, throat doctor. And he said, guess what? You're getting your tonsils out. So I just found out today that I'm having surgery on the 30th to remove my tonsils. Half of me is going, yay! Because after 32 years of having incredibly evil tonsils, and I mean evil, I've had tonsillitis so much as a kid. I have had strep throat a handful of times as a teenager. Once it was so bad where I couldn't breathe. And believe it or not, I've had cat scratch fever, which can affect your tonsils because they're just giant lymph nodes. Short story, or long story short, what I've understood about cat scratch fever, it makes your lymph nodes sticky. So when you get an infection, they just clump together. And they clump together a lot until you can feel it. Whether it's in like the crease of your armpit or the crease of your groin, where you have major spots of lymph nodes, that's when they will collect. Anyways, that's another story, but it has affected my tonsils. I had another infection years ago that it was so bad that they had to cut my tonsils open just enough to let things drain, which was gross, but the most relieving thing I've ever had in my life. So hopefully having these tonsils removed will make things easier. I probably sound different. I know I sound different today, but I sound much better than I did yesterday. You guys would have laughed at me. I was laughing at myself because I was just yelling at my children. They kept having to go, what, Mom? What? But yeah, quick life update. I apologize. My life update took 12 minutes, but I will probably not be able to do videos after Christmas for a little while, because they do say adults take longer to heal from having your tonsils removed than for children. He said at least, what, 4 to 5 days minimum, maybe more, because I wanted to know how long I'd be off work, because like I said, I hate missing work. So yeah, life update. 2 throat infections in a month will get your tonsils removed. Oh, like I said, one half going, yay, and the other half's really nervous because of that recovery time. So I am nervous that as a talker that I am, I'm not going to be able to get my family to do very much or communicate very much with my family. But, you know, we'll survive. I kind of wanted to do it before Christmas, and I thought work's going to kill me, and I really don't want to be in pain through Christmas. Not this year. I get laryngitis a couple times, but let's not do that this time. I want my children to be able to hear me, and I want my husband to hear me. He may not want to, but so yay. So that's one of the reasons, or many of the reasons why that first video is extremely behind. So I apologize, because I know I've told you guys there was a haul coming up, and I think I saw somebody who was looking forward to it. So hopefully you guys still like it, and I hope that this is understanding of what's to come. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, leave any comments that you have below. We like to do that. But thank you so much for being such a nice, warm community as I'm discovering more stitchers that was it Wonderfully Hopeless is putting up. I am finding more and more people to watch, And small little plug, because he has cracked me up. If you have not seen Stitcher Moose, I will tell you, as soon as this video is over, search him, Stitcher Moose, and I promise you will have the time of your life. He is hilarious. I see him as like the Tim Taylor of cross stitching. He's very philosophical and likes to turn a lot of what he's talking about and relates it to cross stitch. And his mind is not on a filter, so the thoughts will just come out of his head, and it's hilarious to watch. Like, I can't stitch when I watch him because of all the little things that he has popped up here, things are pointing at him. The man's a genius. So watch him, laugh, love him, and subscribe. I don't plug very often because most people don't need plugs, and I don't think he needs it. He's got followers. However, if you're one of the few who have not seen him, go watch him. But again, thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you guys later, and have a happy stitchy day.